All right, man. Peace. I'm doing another segment. No, I'm just playing. But shout out to Judah. Actually, Chronicles of Judah is one of the main reasons that even prompt me to even do a reaction video, because I don't particularly do reaction videos, but I'm up in the morning. I'm inspired. I've been very inspired lately, and it's time for me to just put in work. And I want to just make a reaction video to entering the mindset, the psyche of the black woman, and where does her allegiance stand with the black man and just the black community, or what we call the black community as a whole. And I'm going to display something speaking about the realm of hip hop and just contemporary events that transpired with Eminem and his Kamikaze album, and him coming at Lord Jamar and several other figures. And we're just gonna go enter the mindset of Rah Digga. Let's go.
We gonna leave that shit alone. You should tell a phone and go fetch me the remote. Now, that might be one of the most telling lines about his psyche in the whole thing. For a white man to use a word like fetch, okay, to a black man, it's an interesting phrasing and choicing of words. It's basically a coded reminder of slavery and a poor attempt to try to evoke some sort of dominance over the black man.
And you have to understand this. When it comes to hip hop, and when it comes to history and, well, you know, white people, or the white man, or the Vandals, or Anglo-Saxons, or even the quote-unquote black man here in the States, you got to think about all the words that are used. And these words, even though Eminem is known for the wordplay and his multi-syllables and entendres and all that, he don't say shit on accident. And I'm gonna go proceed to another point with what the history of Eminem and black people, and it's not gonna be something pretty, what I'm gonna say. Well, let's continue.
See, we sit here and we listen to this shit like it's just rhymes. You see, but when he wants to have content, that's why he didn't get so flippy and bouncy with this one, because he actually had shit he wanted to say. So he couldn't just lampkin a bampkin a napkin a brampkin a rampkin. He couldn't do that on this one because he actually had something he wanted to say in the first 4 bars.
And I want to say this. I do agree with Lord Jamar and Joe Budden. And I've been saying this for like the last, 2, 3, if not 4 years. I'm not impressed by rappers who do the whole super lyrical, miracle, spiritual wordplay, and, you know, they're displaying their lyrical proficiency and the technicality and their ability, because that just becomes nothing but a bag of tricks and a distraction. Like, what are you really trying to say? Get to the point. I like people who can display both and who know how to balance it out. But what I don't like is when you have this forced rapper and they make it a mission to let it be known. It's just showing off your skills, but you're not producing any actual content that people can resonate with, which is the whole purpose of music. So that's why I'm not even impressed by a lot of dudes who are in the underground, and even a lot of people in the battle rap scene and them URLs and the dots and all that stuff. All right, let's continue.
Actually exposing his devilish mentality to the world. But then in the second fart, it's the second fart. The second part, it sounds like a fart to me. He tries to justify himself being here. But we're going to continue on. Because, and let's just keep in mind, this is all happening in a hypothetical place. He's walking into a hypothetical home with hypothetical remotes and all this, because people like Marshall, like back in the days, junior high school, like I used to slap the shit out of dudes like him for fun in the hallways. Like,
I mean, I'll just say this, like, I can't tell anybody how to feel or what they're interpreting when they're being caught, attacked or battled, if you will. I ain't gonna say he was attacked, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you how to interpret that. I just feel like...
Rah Digga, before you continue to speak, how would you interpret that same song where Eminem was going in on black women? And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, people, he was referring to black women as a nigger bitch. This is the old song for Eminem. How would you interpret that? Before you take a stand for this man, let's continue.
Regardless of what you feel his place is in hip-hop, I still feel like he's paid his dues and he's still an MC nonetheless. And as much as you've called him...
It's hard to say that Eminem paid his dues at this point, because even though he has done a lot for hip-hop, and even though he's worked hard in the battle scenes out there, Eminem has also exploited this music genre, just like how Elvis Presley did. Just like he said in Without Me, when he said that he was going to do black music to get wealthy, and he's been the worst thing since Elvis Presley. So, did Eminem just pave his way in, or did he slither his way in and he just did he use his background growing up in Detroit as a leverage and as a stepping stone? Let's continue.
Him out, like, you, it's almost like he don't have the right to respond to you. Like,
no, I'm not saying that.
Like, I don't...
I'm not saying that. I'm breaking down what he said. Let me finish, please, because my time is limited. Please.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me finish.
Let me sit
You're
my
sitting
team.
here trying to defend this white boy.
I'm not defending the white boy. I'm defending...
Yes, sister, you are defending the white boy, Rah Digga. And as this session goes on further, you're going to start to see it more. And there's going to be a lot of passive aggression in the exchange between Lord Jamar and Rah Digga, especially on Rah Digga's end. So yeah, I'm going to reveal, or not even reveal because it's not a secret, but I'm going to just display a prime example of where the allegiance stands between the black woman and the black man, and how much would a black woman take up for her black man when, shit gets serious.
Defending the right of an MC to respond to another MC.
You see, it's not
like,
that.
For me,
that's not that simple.
For me,
see,
it's always hip
all
hop.
MCs are not equal.
It's
all
not
MCs
personal.
are not equal. I'm sorry. White boy is not equal to a black MC. He's not. I'm sorry. In my house, he's not. So it's just what the fuck it is.
All right, Lord Jamar. That's where I'm not going to just sit here and just fool. Well, it depends on how we look at it. Are we looking at it from an individual standpoint, or are we looking at it from a collective standpoint? That's what I'm going to ask Lord Jamar. Because if we're looking at it from an individual standpoint, I disagree. If we look at it from a collective, of course, because this is the black man's art form. No matter how much we try to be globalists and say, we are the world, we are the children, all that universalist, globalist, and we got to be all multicultural when it comes to our own creations, but everybody else could have ownership of theirs. So I feel where Lord Jamar is coming from in that regard, but It also depends on the angle that you look at it.
He cannot come in my house and feel that he can say whatever the fuck he wants to say. It's just what it is. That's how I see it. Anyway, so he brought us into
Sounds pretty racist.
put my feet.
What did I just say about the passive aggression? And it's only going to get worse from here on out. This is what the black woman does. The black woman is going to sit here and defend this white boy. And, you know, I don't hate Eminem. I love a lot of Eminem's old music. But we got to look at this situation critically and objectively. We got to analyze it. And you have to look at even the subtle signs. There are just nuances of shots being thrown. And as many YouTubers, like a fool, Tariq, uses, but this is the perfect term that many people in the black sector of YouTube is called Negro bed wenches, bunny ruckuses, or better yet, Aunt Jemimas. And we're gonna delve and expound on that, but for now, let's continue.
Sounds racist, but he just told the black man to fetch a remote. Whoa.
Wait,
He
no.
just told
Speaking
the
of which,
black
somebody's
man.
in my DM. Somebody's in my DM cussing me out because you come off as racist. I'm like,
Listen.
You know he got his own social media feed,
Yeah,
right?
get up in my DM. I'll take it.
Oh, they never come. They never say
Listen,
shit to you.
a white man just told a black man to fetch something, and you didn't you didn't have no problem with that. You sitting here.
I'm just fucking with you.
She's just fucking with you, Lord Jamar. And of course she had nothing to say. Big B Kel, Brother Kel, always said that the black woman is the surrogate mother of what they call white supremacy. So, you know, this right here is just showcasing that. Exhibit A, people. Let's continue.
Talking about
I like
he got
it.
the right to say some shit.
I'm just
Anyway.
riling you up. I'm just ruffling your feathers.
Put my
Of course she's ruffling your feathers, Lord Jamar, because she's on some Mammy, Aunt Jemima, Oprah Winfrey shit. A lot of black women tend to antagonize in serious situations like this. Let's go.
feet up and just make myself at home. Now, this is the attitude of Europeans since they reared their ugly head on the planet Earth.
What? Our people's land. It belongs to us.
Our land is your land, and your land is my land. We live in a globalized world now, don't you know? I can't believe you don't know that.
Okay? Like, think about...
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. She keeps doing it again. She gonna keep doing it, bro. Black woman is acting like a double agent, and it's all fucked up. I've been saying this for years, but now I want to do a reaction video and showcase to you that it still goes on in 2018, and we're on the edge of going in 2019. Let's go.
Just for you.
I know you did. You could have did a little better. But anyway, poor materials.
Shut up.
See what I'm saying? Even Lord Jamar, passive aggression at its finest, man. Black men and black women, man, they don't even form a union together properly in this era. It's very rare, unfortunately. Well, let's go.
Anyway.
Xerox paper. Last minute.
Yeah, come on, get a fucking stick, would you?
Printer in the car.
Lollipop stick or something. Like this is what the devil thinks he can do. Like, he goes around the planet, not just hip hop. He goes into people's actual homes and puts his feet up and acts and makes himself at home, and then takes from the resources and becomes rich and becomes the bloodsucker of the poor. Like, this is what he does.
And Lord Jamar, I do have to say this. Even though you're right that imperialism was a major factor that white people caused, and this is why when white people, they talk about the subject of what we call race, and white people give their opinion and then they get shitted on immediately, I don't feel bad. But on the other side of things, who you think taught the Eurocentric, the Vandals, the white man, the Anglo-Saxon, this mindset? It was the one that's called the Moors. The same individuals who people praise throughout history. The same ones, like Tariq Nasheed has the More Us and the More Us apps, but then talk about this system and this unjustly white supremacy that came on this planet. Well, guess what? The Moors had sex slaves, more specifically like Turkish sex slaves and Greek sex slaves and Arabian ones. And then they followed suit because the Moors were in places like Spain, and you already know Spaniards were one of the main individuals who started to create this conquest all throughout the globe. And what did they do? They emulated the Moors or the melanated individuals, and then eventually they expanded on a level, i.e. chattel slavery, that no one else thought about taking it to. But slavery in itself has been here since the inception of mankind. It's just the way that it's brought about. And the fact that it's still perpetuated mentally and obviously is what makes it a problem. Let's go.
Analyze his first verse, his first 4 bars, and it's all about the exploitative mind of the devil. Trust me, you'll see it once you
Or maybe
let your haze go away.
Or maybe he was just playing around with the. I'm a guest.
You don't play around. You don't. Play.
I think he's playing.
I'm not to be played with.
I think he was conceptually. I think he was conceptually playing around with the whole "I'm a guest here"
Yeah,
concept.
but guess
like,
what?
No.
Conceptually playing around. Do you hear these justifications? There's no solid arguments. This is just the surrogate mother backing up her white daddy, which is Marshall Mathers in this case. Let's do something brief, man. Brief history of what Aunt Jemima is. Let's see. The Mammy was created by white Southerners to redeem the relationship between black women, white men within slave societies. Slave owners sexually exploited and abused their female slaves. Although I'm not going to say that that's what Eminem is particularly doing, but she's having the mindset of an Aunt Jemima. And as they get deeper into this video, they're going to talk about a brief relationship that Eminem had with Rah Digga and the group that she was a part of. So, yeah. You're going to see how these things correlate with one another.
Only I'm a guest. I'm going to make myself at home. And
yeah, but okay, so where's the fetch part come in? You see, like,
fetch me the remote. That's not a common phrase. Fetch me the remote.
Not a white man to a black man.
I'm not saying he did it on purpose, but somebody, his handlers need to check him on that.
Listen,
fetch in slavery time, you fetch somebody's slippers. That's a common thing in like Roots and different books and autobiography. That your slave will fetch the slippers. That's dangerous.
So now,
dangerous.
All right, then. See, we running out of time.
You know what? I'll be honest. I wasn't even looking into it that deep. I was too busy analyzing all the words that rhyme.
I'm not saying.
Excuse me. Of course you weren't, Rah Digga. And you have to understand that a lot of black women out here are the ones who look for interracial dating between white men. You can see it on Facebook all day. You can see the amount of likes and the heart emojis and the heart likes that they get. But you already know if a black, and not that I encourage black men to be out here interracial dating, but not that I particularly think it's quote unquote wrong either, but black man does that, you already know he's considered a race traitor. And when a black woman does it, you already know that it's blind, and they're going to be oblivious minded when it comes to this type of dynamic, when it comes to the nuances of disdain, or even seeing, or even just talking down. Remember, I don't hate Eminem. I love a lot of Eminem's older content, but we have to look at it objectively. Like I said, Joe Budden even said that they were being treated like pets, like novelty acts. Because when Eminem was going through what he went through during the time of relapse and recovery, and then Slaughterhouse came in around 2011. They started to get in the picture with Eminem, and after a while they became expandable. Eminem once said in one of his old songs on Slim Shady LP that he will bite somebody's style and make it a lot fresher. So basically rejuvenating himself. It's fucked up, but that's what Eminem has done. He made y'all a bunch of cronies, and what's something Joe Budden realized, and Joe Budden spoke about recently on his podcast, and then called them out and aired that shit out.
On purpose,
at no point in
and
mind,
that's part of the problem.
At no point in time did slavery enter my brain.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, of course not. But this goes back to the Aunt Jemima thing that I just showed you all briefly.
But it should have.
Oh,
And that's the problem. When these motherfuckers throw out certain code words,
Yeah.
and trust me, that was a code word.
yeah.
Okay? To try to evoke. First of all,
Come on, fetch.
there's symbols and words that they use purposely to try to remind us of slavery. Why do you think police ride on horses nowadays when they have police cars? That's to subliminally remind you of the days of slavery when the slave catchers rode around on horses and shit like that. Like, you gotta understand the devil's fucking shit goes deep. And you think that, these are just rhymes and this
Yeah, I
was,
really think he was
this
trying to
was
rhyme.
real simple.
I really think he was just trying to rhyme.
Well, I don't think it was that simple.
I don't think he was
And
trying to remind you of slavery, Jamar.
Trust me.
I just don't.
Okay, well, trust me.
Don't think that.
A word like fetch was put there purposely.
Oh, and I do want to say this. Lord Jamar says that the devil shit goes deep. And he's basically, him and Joe Budden are sharing the same sentiment as far as Eminem being a vulture and exploiting black culture and whatnot. But I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Isn't Vlad your man? Vlad, here's a Jew who you periodically, consistently get interviewed by. And this is somebody, you guys talk about the subject of being a guest in hip hop. What do you think you're doing? What do you think he's doing, rather? Here comes a Jewish man who sits here and exploits the culture of hip hop, black culture, etc. Or what is called black culture, etc. But the Jews were the ones who funded for slavery. Right or wrong. And Jewish people don't really consider themselves white. They only do it when it's convenient. Just like a lot of mixed people do when they being called black. And you have to understand this. Before anybody makes that argument that white people and Jews are the same, please tell me this. If Jews and white people are the same, then why the fuck did they get expelled all throughout Europe for centuries? And why is it that Jews in the Talmud, the holy book and the scripture for Jewish people, reject other white people and call them goyim, and prohibits other Jewish people from befriending them and whatnot in their own scriptures and proverbs? But let's continue.
I think he was using the short E vowel sound to rhyme with the rest of pelvic and Elvis and everything.
Listen, you can look at and try to justify it that way, but trust me, you're not seeing the big picture. On that point, we'll be back.
And going back to what I said about Vlad, how much of the big picture are you really seeing, Lord Jamar? Gotta ask yourself that one, brother.
Where did Eminem sleep? I'm just asking you. When black people were left to their own devices, I'm asking you, where did Eminem sleep?
He was sleeping on the floor.
He was sleeping on the floor. Now let me ask you something.
Wait. Hold on. This is funny though. This is funny because like the niggas that was there, like they lived there. He was coming from Detroit, so wait. He was a guest in the house. That's a look, joke. No pun intended.
He was a guest.
He
in
was
the
a guest
Outsiders House
in
of
the-
Hip
in the
Hop,
house of-
and he wasn't.
And I'm gonna keep it objective, by the way. I don't want to make it to where I'm not gonna let Lord Jamar be off the hook because he comes off as the conscious woke brother who is dropping jewels and just sprinkling knowledge all across the atmosphere that he's in, all across the room he's in, So I'm going to even speak about Lord Jamar and the defects of even where he stands mentality-wise.
Even worthy of a bed. Because I know people that'll bring a guest in and say, well, you know what, you're a guest. Here, you take my bed. But you know what? He wasn't that type of guest. He was the type of guest that, you know what? You're lucky to even be here. Nigga, lie on the floor and shut your fucking ass up. Get your ass in the corner. Use your coat as a pillow and shut the fuck up. That's the type of nigga you are. Anyway.
It wasn't like that.
All right, I'm going to continue.
That's funny, though.
I'm going to continue because all I'm saying is if we're left to our own devices and the powers that be don't inject themselves into the equation, a white dude.
Just like how that white Jew Vlad injected himself in the rounds of hip-hop and how you have accepted Vlad with open arms. You even did a video directly on Vlad's TV where you had the discussion of being a culture vulture. And even though that you conceded that he's a culture vulture and you said there were degrees and levels to it, you still accept this man. Not only did you accept the Jew Vlad, you've allowed him on your own segment of your Godcast. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Lord Jamar? You got to be mindful of what you say and what you do and who you allow in your circle and these outside forces, and just leave them to your vices or their vices and whatnot, as you put it. Because, you want to know what's interesting, Lord Jamar? You are part of a belief system that is calls itself the gods on the earth, i.e. the 5%ers. And you want to know something interesting about the 5%ers? It wasn't even, technically speaking, it wasn't even a black man who discovered what you hold so dear. It was a man who's half Italian, half black. Same people who called you mullies. Yes, I understand that he had the blood of a black man, a melanated individual, but still, if you're gonna have these Afrocentric black man belief, at least align yourself with a group who doesn't just who the founder of it actually doesn't contradict the belief, because the whole idea of a 5%er is of being a black man, a black man, so to speak. So, even though I said that what I said recently about the sister Rah Digga, I have to examine you and how you are and where the allegiance stands with the black man.
Dude like that never would rise to the top of this genre on his own. Like we wouldn't have rose him up. He would have never been the leader of the Outsiders on his own. That never would have happened. Ever. I don't care how good he got at putting words together. Just the type of person he was wouldn't have allowed him to do that. You know why? Because live niggas, real niggas, don't let themselves, they don't follow sucker niggas. Period.
Excuse me, people. I do agree with that point. But here's the paradox of this, Lord Jamar. That's what this rap game is right now. And unfortunately, a lot of motherfuckers deem that simp Jew boy Drake the leader of the new school, even though he doesn't write his own rhymes, even though he got caught doing blackface, even though he said nigger, and that's on live on video when he was saying, I believe he was talking about Pusha T, but he said somebody opened up for Jay. Yeah.
So that's another reason, not just because he's white, but he's a sucker type of motherfucker that a live nigga would never follow. And that's the problem with not even some of these, not just white rappers, some of these new school rappers, why a lot of people from my era have a problem with them, because They corny niggas. We live niggas will not follow a corny nigga. Period.
But again, that goes back to what I just said. It's a paradox, and it's been a messed up paradigm that corny niggas have been the ones who've been leading, and which is why hip hop has become more diluted. And to be honest with you, the white boys are replacing hip hop genre the same way that they replaced jazz. And it's funny that even I can remember as a kid, white people as a collective didn't fuck with hip hop. I know that you had the Beastie Boys. I know you had individuals like Milkbone. I know you have your Atmospheres and Brother Ali's and Rhyme Sayers. Even one of my favorite rappers, Wax, who I believe is better than Eminem, and I've been saying for years. So, but as a whole, white people were not fucking with hip hop. They were messing with the Linkin Parks, the Slayers, the Black Sabbath, you know, the rock and metal. They weren't messing with fucking hip hop. Hell no, as a collective. And to expound on that point, me and my British homie Daniel, we were speaking about how Nazi Germany viewed jazz and other music that was very prominent in black culture. They referred to it as Neger music. And the pronunciation is way off, I know. But yeah, they looked at it as the political weapon from the Jew. They looked at it as this was a political tool and a weapon that the Jew used. And ironically and interestingly enough, Hitler wasn't wrong, because Rick Rubin, the guys like Vlad of the world, the Leo Cohens of the world, exploited the fuck out of hip hop. But then again, this is the same man that you periodically get interviewed by, and this is somebody that you have grown to respect, and I'm sure got love for, Jamar. So how much can you keep talking about this devil, i.e. the white man, who is still looked down upon by the Jew and is used as a tool and has this illusion of power? So that's the question that I would have for Jamar if I ever got interviewed by him.
So that's part of his problem too. So let me go on.
And Vlad is a pretty corny dude too, by the way. And a lot of black people follow under dudes like him. That's why, you know, Jews can run the shit. It's not about your personality. It's about the money. It's about the power that you've obtained due to certain lineage. Just like Kanye said in the Breakfast Club in 2013. Who Kanye was going to Kanye, he eventually did lead this hip hop genre, and to be honest with you, he is a major contributing factor to making it corny, which birthed the Drakes of the world and other corny rappers. Even Mac Miller. And I mean, rest in peace to Mac Miller. I had nothing against Mac Miller, but at the same time, these were the dudes who were influencing hip hop, who was also a Jew, by the way, who had these ties and admitted to having these ties and connections. But anyways.
In his next 4 bars, he attempts to justify his presence in my home. I belong here, clown. Don't tell me about the culture. Okay, well, first off, last I checked, a clown wears costumes and tries to make people laugh. Now, man, you'd be hard-pressed to find a picture of me in any kind of costume. Go on the internet right now, people. Please find a picture of me in a costume. You'll find a picture of me in a correction officer's uniform when I worked on the night of, I guess, any acting gig, any wardrobe, that would be my costume. But you'll never see pictures of me in any dresses or dressed up as any type of character, not even at a fucking Halloween party, where you see me dressed up in some funny style shit. Now, Harold, please cut to picture.
I don't really have too much to say, because then I'll just be going on a tangent that doesn't have any relevancy to the initial topic at hand. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I mean, I said what I said about Lord Jamar. I said what I said about Rah Digga. Leave it at that. Peace out.